Welcome to the newest Tempo Storm Meta Snapshot. Blizzard has announced Hearthstone's newest upcoming expansion, Perils in Paradise, and has provided the community with a brand new card to celebrate. Marin the Manger is a throwback to the original Marin the Fox, now updated to compete with the current power level of the Standard and Wild formats. This legendary pirate has become a mainstay in some Highlander archetypes, giving them an extra push before the influx of new cards changes the metagame. Highlander decks have therefore become the most popular choice for ladder play, dictating the pace of the metagame. How does the tier list shape up with this development? Let's take a look. At the top, Valeera is still dominant, but not quite as powerful as she was last time. Pack Miracle Rogue holds the top spot as our strongest deck this meta snapshot, but Egg Hunter is now a close second place. The shift to Greed has been beneficial to the Hunter class, which dominates late game strategies with nearly endless board threats every turn. Rogue, meanwhile, has seen some of its archetypes drop in response. Traditional Miracle Rogue, for example, has dropped all the way to tier 3 due to the increased presence of control. Outside of Kingsbane Rogue in tier 2 and Alex Rogue in tier 3, all Rogue archetypes have seen their performance drop on ladder, even if our tier list ranking doesn't display that. There is one other new deck in tier 1 that viewers may not have expected. Reno Druid has skyrocketed to the top in the latest snapshot, thanks to the Highlander heavy metagame playing to its strengths. Highlander Druid is yet another late game oriented deck that has an edge over other Highlander decks, giving way to its rise on our meta snapshot. Players have been trying several different win conditions in the archetype, from traditional Astalor Bloodsworn combos to deck swapping with King Togwaggle and Azalina Soul Thief, to attrition-focused strategies with Rhea Straza and Kazakhstan. Make sure to check out our full meta report at tempostorm.com to see what our experts believe is best. Tier 2 echoes the same trends seen in Tier 1. Reno Paladin, a deck praised for its matchup into the Rogue class weeks ago, slides into the lower half here due to the meta's shift to Greed. Decks with a strong endgame like Reno Shaman, on the other hand, hold the top spots here. Shudderwalk is a prime example of what it takes to succeed in the current meta. If you can't threaten opponents with inevitability, then you can't win games against other slow decks. Questline Warlock is another deck that's been rewarded for its focus on the late game. The deck finally moves to tier 2 despite its horrid rogue matchup spread. It turns out that leveraging your health is an advantage when your opponent can't burst you down in an instant. The sheer number of Reno decks on ladder is enough to help Gul'dan overcome his weaknesses in this meta. Finally, we must discuss the driving force behind the trend towards Highlander decks. Reno Priest is by far the most popular deck in the format, encompassing almost 20% of all decks found between Diamond and Legend. Players love the deck's ability to tech for any matchup without disrupting its Raza win condition. In many of the community's eyes, it's the ultimate wild deck. For our experts, it's good enough to land in tier 2. Are you looking for something else that could succeed in a greed-influenced meta? Our full meta report at tempostorm.com has plenty of options ready for you to take to ladder. Our extensive tier list provides dozens of choices for readers so that anyone can find the perfect deck for them. As always, thanks for watching.